18. So here 2 plus 2, 4 means here from here if you start you will get the correct value. So it has started. So 7, 7, 14 plus 1 carry 15, 15. So all those numbers have added and you got 18. Okay. Size of long is how much? 9 bytes. Base type is what? System.int 64. Okay. Now tell me, let me change the variable. There is already a variable called A. So I want to write everything in that one place. So let me say C. Because already ABC is maybe in the C. Save it. Now let us run the program and at once I want to show you. Now observe all the three and say me what is the thing you observed. What is the thing you understood? So what is the value of A? So value of A, but I want to know here is short minimum value is how much? 32,768 plus 32. In the same way, you short minimum value 0 to 65,000. Whereas into minimum value is how much? Sum 214748, 3648 to 21. What about long minimum value means minus 922 to long maximum value is this. So if you observe here, why I showed at one place here is first of all, you need to observe here one thing. What is that? Size of short is how much? 2. 2 bytes means how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers it is taken. Observe, whereas size of int is 4 bytes. Numbers you see 10 it will take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now observe 8 bytes, which is nothing but highest long. It will take up to 20, means 19, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the size is continuously increasing. So now our requirement is what? As I said yesterday. So when we need to take our data type, first of all, we need to focus on data types only. Why? Because if you get a project, what we will do? We need to start with a example. They gave a project to display student details. You write student ID in the student name you took and student marks you want to write. Now the problem is student ID what you will take? What you will take? What type of data type you will take? Why in? Then short is also number only, long is also number. That why only int is my question. In the same way, as I said, last one is marks. Marks are 100. And I said student ID can be anything. I don't know what ID I will be entering. It may start with 5 digits or 10 digits. So 1, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. This is the number. So what I need to take, I cannot go with short. So obviously I need to go in. So I'll prefer it. Now what about student marks? I said 100. Why short? If I take, I'll tell you the difference here. If I go with the, in case 100 marks are known, which are fixed now. I don't want to change in future. So if I go and give long, what is the problem? Eight bytes of data. Six subjects are there. Each subject is 100 marks. Means each one subject is having 8 bytes. So six subjects. 8 6 are 48 bytes of data. So I know that I know that the size is fixed to 100 only. So if I use 100, what is the drawback means? If I use a long, what is the drawback means? Hmm. So tell me. But so if I take what is the size I said? If I take I know 100. So size is 100 marks are fixed. 100 the value is not changing. If I go long, 8 6 are 48 bytes of data is wasted. If I give int also, I know that fixed value. 4 is the 32 bytes. Sorry, 4 6 are 24. 4 half. So 48 half now. So 24 bytes. Next short is of what? 2. 2 6 are 12. Now observe why when to give. I know that my value will not change, then I'll go for short, which is very less because I want to use space memory. But if I go and give, I know that there is one more thing. So I got a doctor doctor project where they want to create, and they asked me to create COVID cases project. Now, if I start COVID cases with short, now COVID cases are increasing. Now, what happens if I take short? 32,000 will be fixed up. No, but we know that at that time, how many cases? In millions, crores are going. So if I give int also, it is not fine. Then what is the thing we need to take means long. So short means 32,000. There are no more values. So even YouTube. So if you want to take YouTube, when you are taking first, what is the value you need to give data type only. If you give short, the value is fixed. Short will not increase. After 32,000, your likes will not increase. People are viewing, but you fixed your size. After 32,000, it is closed. We don't want like that. Then we will not even take int. Int is also having less value. Then we will go for long, which is the biggest number. Got it? Now tell me what is the drawback of it you have seen. After seeing this, did you feel anything? Extension contour. Exactly. Value types are fixed things. Their values will be fixed. Correct. Apart from that, that we know because that's the reason he mentioned value types only. In integer, we cannot give decimal values. So that is a problem of what here we cannot go with what any point values. You cannot give any decimal values. Now, if I want to give a value as 500.25, observe here. If you give point only, it starts giving error because it is not designed to take any decimals. It is only designed to take what? So error also you can see it is clearly saying it is saying that it will not take what? So double precision floating point value it is not explicitly cannot take. So in order to overcome this, what they have done is went for floating point values. Okay. So shall I commit this code? Shall I write here only or else separate one I shall I commit? Which one is okay? Both is okay. Separate one which I wrote, you want me to commit this one. Shall I commit this? So go to Git. So follow your what repository so that you will get what. So I have my own repository which I have created for your sake. So under 24th, so create and push your say 24. Committed. Let us take a new project for file, new project for what you know. No floating point values we will discuss. Now why we need to go for floating point? See, whenever we are taking anything, first we need to know why. So you are, as I said, .NET also why means because I said there are so many programming languages. Why .NET means because everything it is there. So .NET AIML also we are using. So if you want to learn about AIML is also there. Cloud computing, Azure cloud is there. What not it is providing so many advantages. In the same way, when you are going from integer to floating point, why we are going for floating point? Because I know that I gave 6 subject marks. After calculating total, I want average. Average cannot be what integer. Why? I don't know point values also I make it. So average should be taken into floating point values only. So what we need to do when you want to take floating? So project name I named it as because there is already a project with the same name. So value I just change name. So floating point index. Floating means what? Hmm. So floating point data types are like nothing but what? Whenever there are some decimals you have, then we need to go for what? Floating point values. Example, there are in floating point data types also we have three data types under floating point. What are those means? First one is what you know, float, FLOAT. Second one is nothing but double. Third one is decimal. So what about these three things? I'll explain. So now one more question we need to get. What is that is? Now in integers also every number is all numbers only. Why short, int and long means because there are different ranges. In the same way floating point also. So float when you are giving. So float precision values is considered and it should postfix with what? With f. Let me show you. Example, float a is equal to 200 I took. No, there is no error. Why there is no error? Default precision it will take as point zeros and no need to mention mandatory because float can be point zeros can be added. But if I mention point two two, see here, now it is throwing. Actually, after precision, it should not say. But why it is saying? Because there are three floating point values. One is float, double, decimal. Now it is getting confused. What what type of data type you are using? Is it float or is it double or is it decimal? So we need to postfix with F. So then it understood that is a floating point data type. Okay. So console dot write line. So what is the value of A means? You will get that. So let me write what is minimum value of float is. So what is the minimum value means? Float dot min value. Let us run the code. Minus 3.1, 3 point, so minus 3.4028 to plus 3.4028. So these are the ranges. So one for up to five, six precision you have one, two, three, four, five, six. After point, how many precisions? Scale and precision will be there. So precision is nothing but after point, how many values? Six precision you are going to get under float. Okay. Size of float is how much, 4 bytes. Size of float is 4 bytes. Whereas what is the base type means? So already we used 4 into 32 means we cannot use same. You will get confused what type of data. So what they have done is system dot single is the thing they mentioned it as. So base type of float is not get type. So let me run the things. You can see here size of float is 4 bytes, whereas base type is system dot single. Okay. Here we don't have unsigned, we have only signed things under floating points. So minimum value of double is 14 precision will be for double. So it's 1 minus 1.79, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 precisions. And you can see size is of 8 bytes and what is the base type is system dot double. So out of all the data types, which is the highest, decimal. So decimal should be once again postfixed with what If I say 200, so no problem. But if I say 0.22, here once again it should be postfixed with M. Why M? Because decimal M float F. What is the remaining thing is double. So no need of mentioning for double. That's the reason it's no need of we are not mentioning here. But for decimal and double, decimal and float, we need to mention with for float F and for decimal postfix with N. Okay. So that's the range of decimal is how much Out of all, the size of decimal is highest. How much 16 bytes of data. Decimal dot minimum value, max value of decimal is so and it is the highest one who will take maximum values. Up to 30 digits it will display. So out of all 16 bytes of data with 30 numbers you are going to get. So you observe here 16 bytes. So double of what? In long. So you can see here 1, 2, up to 29 numbers it will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So which is the highest under. So what are the three different data types we have here is once again under floating point data types, we have float, double, and decimal. So once make a note of it. So here we are going to use floating point values means especially under averages, calculations, salaries. Everywhere we use floating point only because each 0.25 paisa is also counted. Why it is counted means example you worked in a company and your salary was some in decimal values 0.25 per day you are getting 0.25 means after some amount you are getting 0.25 per one day. So if it is for 30 days how much? So, 125 paisa into 1 week, 7 days how much? One 1.75. So 1.75 into 4 weeks means how much? Into 4. 2 rupees into 4. Example, 2 rupees you give. 8. For 1 month, 8 rupees. 8 into 6, 12 months. How much? 96. You work for 10 years. 96 into 10, 9,600 rupees. Same organization you work for 10 years, 9,000. 20 years you work for 20,000. Means what? You will come for that 20,000 one fine day. That will be problem. So each paisa is also calculated, and that's the reason we need to take where to take floating point, take float. Where to take decimal, they need to take decimal. Got it? Let me comment this branch. So you all know how to create a Git account like that. No? Will you create your accounts? If you are not able to create also, no need to worry. What you need to do if you want to access, go to GitHub. So just open GitHub account. So there are so many batches, So open your 24th batch. So I have each and everything. So if you click on any, if you don't know this also, what you need to do, So github.com/, what is our batch number, SK batch 24. Open this. Directly you will get all the repositories. Click on repository. Today's repository floating point value. Just 28 seconds ago, we have updated. So 1 second. Let me commit this complete code, then you will get. Because why it is empty means I did not commit the second part. Now you go and see, you'll get complete repository. So 54 seconds. See? So you have each and everything. You make any changes, as I said. If you do some changes here, you want to see, example, you want to say, you did not write here, you want to say decimal precision. Edit, you say, let me open this. Data types plays an important role. Whether any type of project you take, base is data type. So you understood, right? Now, what are the data types? Out of four integer value types, we have seen integers and the other one is floating point. So what are the other data types we have means character. So what is character data type? You know, actually it is a so if we start, there are so many things we need to discuss under character type. So first of all, I just show you what is character type. So you remember my demo session class? When you all remember, everything will be interrelated because first class will be now you need to say why you are getting those all things. Okay. So character data type, why we need to when we will go for character data type, now you should have a doubt. See, numbers means we use somewhere or the other place. Then where we use character type, where we use huh? Alphabets, correct. So now the question is the alphabet where you are going to print, mostly you will print numbers, 100 marks you will print, then you will print the floating point values you will print. But what about character where you are going to print? Hmm? We will print mostly where you know under percentages. So nowadays 80 to 100, 80 now, 60 to 80, B. So what you need to do? Obviously we need character type. Otherwise you cannot print. So character types are used to print a single character, especially. Okay. So if you want to print what is the type we need to write means so it is used char is the type we will use character type. Okay, so let me show you char is I want to show single quotes and we need to represent what it is represented in single quotes means what in single quotes only we will write. No, I want to write in double quotes. What happens? You see in single quotes. So it is saying you are trying to print only character and you are converting it to string. String is double quotes, character is single. It knows whatever you want to write, it knows everything. So system is defined in such a way. So yeah. So if I want to print what is the value of s means what is the value of s? A. No. A value it will be printed. So A it printed. If you remember or not, I want to give clear picture of no what is the what is the value of s? Capital A. You got it right. Now there is so much things we need to know now. If you remember it or not, what is the value of capital A? 65. So why I asked you here is if you when you run programs, so first thing we need to know is debugging is very important. Debugging means what? When you write a program, you will run it, you will get it. But always we need to debug the program. Debugging means what? Line by line execution. When you do line by line execution, you will come to know what is the value of A, what is the value of S. Originally, you will come to know. Otherwise, you will not come to know. So, main focus is what you know. We will need to always debug. Not only this program, every program we need to debug. So that as a developer, when we will come to know what is happening, when we will come to know what exactly the code is working. See, what you are thinking S value is A, right? Example, if I did not write S, int A is equal to 100. Now, what is the A value? Console dot write line A. What is console dot write line A? What is the value of A? You are thinking A value is 100, no? But it is not that. So, value is A value you got 100 and A you got. But I'll show you originally what is the value of A. What is the value of original without assigning A? Huh? No, correct. You are thinking correct. That is actually what I was expecting is correct, but in integer. Default value of a is what you know? Zero. Zero. Cap. I mean, I'm not here. I'm saying in integer, what is the default value? I mean, zero. For the character, the default value is null or string. It will take. Here also, it will convert into ASCII value. Till now, I did not. I was showing only a value as output. No, now I'll show. Now I place a breakpoint. How to place a breakpoint? Place your mouse pointer. Take your mouse pointer as it is. You bring it to the left side. After here, you place a breakpoint. It is a main point, entry point. So it took breakpoint here. So till now, when I was running, you are getting output, but it will not get like that. See here. When I run the output now, it will come and stop here. See, it came and stopped. This is called debugging. Now, in previous case, I used to get output. Now, which line I want to see, at that line, I'll go and check. See, if I want to see line by line execution, there are mouse pointers you can see here. Step into, step over. So, I want to step into. What I need to do step into means get into. Now, see, now I want to know the value of it. What I need to do if you ask me, double click on it. There is an add watch symbol. Click on this. So A value is how much? Initially it is 0. Now when it will assign, I gave 100. Now it will assign to A. See, then this becomes red color. The value of A is what? Assigned 100. Now it will print what? Now it is assigned. Initially 0, now it is assigned. Now what is the value of A? 100. Now you go and see, you will get 100. Still no line not yet printed. We are on the line. Now I am asking, see, line by line execution means this. Now I asked the printer, now you go and see, you will print. It will print. In previous case, it did not print. Correct? Now what is the value of S? See here, you did not place a breakpoint. You want to see, place a breakpoint, or else you mouse over on it. Mouse over means like this. If you take also, it will show. So 0, 0. Actually, one character, only character I wrote, but it is saying two zeros. Why? Because one is value of S, the other one is ASCII value of A. ASCII value of A is how much? What is the value of S? A. Because S I wrote A, no? See, move to the next line. So who gave 65? We did not give. System already knows this. That's the reason first class I said capital A value 65, small a if I give 97. So a value is 65. So what is A? No, it is not printing because I did not ask him to print A. Directly I asked him to print S. I did not print till S also. I'm on the line. See, now it will print. Now this is called debugging. See how neatly we have four lines. We have executed in a understanding manner. Directly if I run, you will get output. But what you will understand, you will not get the subject. When you will get the subject, when you debug the code. For every program, you should debug. Even not only this, in previous data types also you should debug previous other programs, whatever I have explained, if you debug, you will understand more concept. Okay. Till here you understood, right? So make a note of this. On top of this, I want to say typecasting things are there. So because how this value is getting a value, I want to explain. So what is the purpose of it also, I want to explain. So first let me commit, then you can write. Understood, right? So you can make a note of this. Then I want to explain about what typecasting. So just I'll say what is typecasting. If we have, I'll check with them. Uh, Now, what is the purpose of typecasting? Why we need to go for typecasting means? So, if you see here, so what is typecasting means? Converting one type to another type is called as what? First of all, why we need to cast? Why we need to cast? Because generally, what is the thing we are going to use? See, I may use one data type called integer, the other data type might be floating point. So I may use different data types. So if I want to convert from one type to another type, definitely I need to typecast. So converting one type to another type. So as we know that casting means what? Converting from one data type of to another type is called typecasting. So there are two types. First one is implicit typecasting. So implicit typecasting. Second one is explicit typecasting. So, no, so implicit typecasting means convert means there is no need of it automatically converts from one type to another. So what we can say is converting from example into to float. Here no data is lost. Okay. So what exactly typecasting? As I said, converting from one type a variable from one data type to another type. Okay. So into to float. So I will say a different phase. Int a is equal to 100 we gave no. We can convert float f is equal to a. So it will not throw any error. So I'll show different types here. In the same way, I want to show you here character s is equal to, now you want to print what you know. What is the character s? Consists of a. Now you want to print what is the value of a. Because what is the value of a? Originally 65. Now I want to say int I is equal to yes. It's implicit. I did not say anything. But what it will do, it will print console.writeLine. See, I write both the ways. Value of ASCII value of as ASCII value of S is, what is the ASCII value of S? 8. A is nothing but 65. Whereas value of S is comma. Okay. Here, what is the value of A originally? integers. But what I said, float f is equal to a, I said. It is not throwing any error because what is the type conversion I said? When implicit means what? Converting smaller to larger. So what is this? It is going to convert. So when I want to print a value is how much? When I say a, you will get integer value. When I say f, what you will get? Implicit converting. Um, ఇక్కడ క్లియర్ గా అర్థం చేసుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటంటే వాట్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ ఐఎమ్ ట్రైన్ టు సే హియర్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఇస్ ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ ఏ ఇఫ్ యూ రన్ దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏ వాల్యూ ఇస్ 100 ఓన్లీ బట్ ఆఫ్టర్ కన్వర్టింగ్ హియర్ see value after implicit converting what is the value of this it is a f value means float value it did not throw any error you got it what is the value of a 100 got it what is the ASCII value of s a nothing but what 65 so what is the value of s is a so s is nothing but a value is 65 so you can write like this is the ASCII value of capital A then other than that then you will understand that. Now you see the program. See now, we have converted implicitly. Value of implicit converting is what? 100. So ASCII value. Better second one you will understand clearly. What is the value of ASCII? ASCII value of A is what? 65. I did not convert explicitly. Explicit conversion means what? We need to mandatory right? Convert dot do it. There are two ways of conversion. I did not say anything, but it has converted. Why? It is implicit. Just I said int I is equal to S. It understood and it is printing I value. Okay. So make a note of this. All understanding, right? Hmm. If you're not understanding, you don't Then see, I want to explain about explicit. Now, what is explicit typecasting means? Explicit means what? Definitely you need to convert explicitly by a programmer. It's what? Example, I want to convert from larger to smaller. So what I need to do is it does not know how to convert. So what is thing I need to use is explicit typecasting. So means what? When converting from larger, smaller to type. Example, double to in. We must cast manual. Means what programmer should explicitly convert it. How we will see. Okay. So explicit typecasting. So example, there are so many ways. I want to write one way. So generally we were writing till now we were taking values, but we did not say what I was taking some value, but till now we were giving hard-coded values. Now we will start writing the program original. So what is that is console.writeline. So let us start with enter enter a number. Now what exactly this number will be? No, till now we were. So I'll just comment this code for meanwhile so that you can understand clearly. So enter a number means what? When I run this program, what is the output you are going to get it? It will ask for a number. But we did not give an option to store that value. Why? Because we are asking. But now what I want to do in order to store that console.readline. Now what console.readline will do? Readline will store the value. See, 100. But what happened, readline is of string type. It took the value, but it did not display it. If I want to display, then it is a problem. Why? Because I am reading the value. Int a is equal to 100. Direct value a value is how much? 100. But where is int a here? I did not take. I asked him to enter number, he entered. But where I am storing it? I did not store. So if I want to store, see here, what I need to do? Readline is of string type. The readline is of particularly string type. Read will convert everything into string. Now, what is this 100 become string? No problem is what? I want to store it into int a is equal to. Why int a is equal to? Int a is equal to 100. Int a is equal to int a is equal to 100. So 100 is my value. But what I said, console.write and enter a number 100 I got. But I'm reading into what? Read line. Now what is read line of? Read line is of? Read line clearly says what? It is a string type. Reads the next line of the character from the standard input out. So what I need to do, then definitely I need to convert. There are different ways, I'll say. Convert dot 2 into 32 or into dot parse. So convert dot 2 into why 32? Now you will understand. See here. Into 16. Why into 16? Base type. Short. Why into 32? Int. Why into 64? Why O into 16? Why you understood? Base type. Why I wrote there? Because I know that definitely we'll be using here. So when I'm writing something, it is like interrelated. So what is it? To enter 32. String value you need to pass. What is the string value? Console.readline is a string value. See now, what is the value of A you will get? Whatever I enter here, that will be my A value. Now, what is the problem of here? What is the problem of here? Fixed value. I don't know. Every time I'll get 100 only. But here, my whatever end user will enter. End user may enter 1, end user may enter 2,000, 10,000, 2 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Now it is his choice. Now what happened? Explicitly I converted. See, enter a number. 1, 2. Every time 100, 100 you used to get. Now you want to change. Suddenly you change your mind. But there, fixed value. See, you got. Now if you want to print, what you will do? Same. Here when a value is 100, what you used to do? Console.writeline, a value is 100. Now you are also here also what we need to do? Console.writeline value of A is how much? Placeholder, comma, A. That's it. Hmm. Yeah. What did you understand here? What is the thing we have executed? See here. So console.writeline, enter a number, a value, you got a console.writeline, we got a value. So once when you run it, what is the output you are going to get is, if I say 200, you will get what? Value of A is 200. So what did you understand with this? So whatever the value we are going to enter, you are going to get that value. And what we have done, we have implemented what type of technology here, what type of casting here means we have implemented explicit typecasting. So what is the advantage of explicit typecasting? You can convert from one type to another type. So in previous case, we were directly writing, so there is no type conversion. Here we are converting because we are getting from different data types. I may enter integer, I may enter floating point. So if it is float, convert dot to float. If it is decimal to double. So you have different types. Okay. So you understood till here. So it's very important when because most of the times we are using these techniques only. Okay. So there is another way of writing also. Let me write that also. So I took double value. Now I want to say int I is equal to explicitly I want to convert to what int of. Now what it is doing, what it is doing here is I said D is what type? Decimal type, double type. Now I said explicit typecasting in bracket I said instead of writing this all what I said int to convert. So what is the value of I? Now what is the value of I? You will get console dot write line if I say value of I is comma I console dot write line value of D is value of D is how much? Why 9.78? Because it is of double value. The pakka decimal double value you got. Then what is second one value of I? What happened now? Why you are getting only 9? Because I said explicitly converted to what type? When it is converted to integer, will I get decimal? You did not get decimal. Why you are not getting decimals? Because I converted explicitly from decimal to this is called explicit typecasting. So I don't want to get any decimal values. I want integer values. Then I'll convert explicitly by writing what? Int. What happened now? Decimal to integer it has converted. So the other way is also I showed. Okay. So these are conversions. In real time, we will be using different technologies, different way of writing to convert from one type to another type. Got it right? So shall I write some points regarding explicit type conversion under? So make a note of these all points. I'll write explicit type convention. So one is convert class. So we have seen convert, no? So I'm saying about convert class. Is it a class? It is a safer way to convert from what? Direct casting. So one more example I'll give you. So parsing is also one thing. So parse and try parse for strings. So use it to convert strings to numeric types. So string s is equal to example. There is one more example which I want to write here is string s is equal to in double quotes 1, 2, 3. In the result, bool success. So dot try parse. So try parse s comma out result. This is one way which will convert what? This we will discuss about converting from boxing and boxing also. We will discuss. Sometimes we'll be using as keyword also. So as keyword for reference type, especially not now. So in reference type, when you are using, we will be using what you know as keyword returns. Now I did not explain reference type. Just I'm writing returns null if cached fails. So example is what you know. I can write object obj is equal to what is the string output means? Str output will be hello. So sometimes we'll be using keys also. It's object is of specific type. If obj is string. Cannot talk this. I'll bring my charger. Write down these examples also. Yeah. I wrote all the three possible ways. I'll say what are the three, how I wrote also. Once again, I'll take one new example. Under that, I'll clearly explain how did I take it. So if you are feeling one, you can off it. You okay. So let me comment this code. So already we wrote right. Some changes are there. So I'm writing changes made. So first commit all you say. What all the changes are there? It will be saved. Then push it so that it will be pushed to your repository. So when it is pushed, it will ask for the credentials once committed. Yes. So it has been committed. Under explicit typecasting, we directly seen what the things we wrote. But why we need to go for explicit typecasting means because we want to convert from one type to another type. So while implementing explicit typecasting, programmer need to see techniques. First one is C++ style of parsing. converting rate. Let's the style of techniques. Say what my b value is. Example which I want, right? I wrote here and I placed here also. Second one is what you know. Second way is parsing. Parsing means what? Converting from one type to another. So to implement parsing, we defined called parse. So parse is like this. So method. So example for parsing is what you know. This is one example which for parsing console.writeLine your ID in ID is equal to into dot parse of console.readline. Enter your weight. So what it will do? So float weight I said. So means what? It is of different data type. So float dot parse of console.readline. So I can say console.writeline your ID is plus ID to display in the same way console.writeline weight is plus weight. So you will get both the things to be displayed. And we have seen third way is what converting. So to implement, we have to use converting. We will use what you know convert dot 2 into 32 or convert method convert class separately defined. So what convert will do? Find the class which is part of system based class library, which we have seen. Console.writeLine means example console.writeLine enter in number. So what we will do, convert into num is equal to convert dot to into equal to this is third time. So all the things we have seen. So if anyone asks difference between converting and parsing. So what we need to say is parsing and at one side, converting on the other side. In parsing will convert from string to any other data type. Whereas converting will convert from any data type to uh, any other type. We need to dot parse convert dot string to it will convert any type to string. When string exception. So here what it will do is we are also going to contain and convert any type to the type. So when string variable contains null value, convert dot to into 32 will not throw any exception. Zero. This is all the types of conversions. I wrote it once. So this is all about that I may write anyway. So in previous case I showed why I'm writing byte B. This way is called what? First way of calling. That's C++ style. Second way is what? Conversion, parsing type. Third way is converting type. So what is the difference between parsing and converting means? Parsing will convert from string to other data types, whereas convert will convert any type to any other data type. So that's the reason we may use convert. So in previous case, I took convert dot two into 32 because convert will convert any type. But if I use parse, will convert from any string type to other data types only. Mainly string types when you are using, we will go for parsing. That is the difference in both the cases. Here also I wrote, we will pass a predefined method called parse method, but what is the purpose of it is it will convert from what? String type to other types. Okay, difference between into dot parse and convert dot two into 32. So into dot parse, what it will do? So int will see whenever there is convert into dot parse is there, string variable will contain null value. So it has to parse with argument exception. Whereas convert dot two into 32 will not give any argument exceptions, will not throw any exception, and it will convert the null values into zero. This is the example for that. Three ways I wrote. One is C++ style of writing. Second, parsing. Third, conversion. All three is at one place I wrote. So why we need to discuss these all types? Because we don't know whatever the type I'm saying. So in future, till now we were writing very basic programs. But there are scenarios like now we will take what you know. I want to enter from the end user. I will ask end user to enter his name. So when end user enters his name, I need to take. So end user, example, he enter his ID. He will enter ID. So what I'll do, I need to take. So how I need to take? ID is a number, name is a string, two different types. So obviously I need to convert. Understanding? So it's very important. Example, I'll show you now. So let me commit this and I'll say one simple program for what you know. We will take student ID, student name, student marks or else student fee. Three different data types. Student ID integer, student name string, student fee is what? Float or double. Decimal. Three or same. Okay. So let me commit this before getting into that. which has been committed now. Let us take new project. So till now I was explaining. Now directly we will use student details by casting. Okay. Now let us understand. Example. If I want to give what we used to do, student element if test ID is equal to 101, but it is becoming hard coded, value is fixed. I don't want like that. So console.write line, enter student ID. Now what happens? He will enter ID. So what I need to do in SID is equal to what type of it is integer type. So what I'll do convert dot 2 into 32. Sorry, convert dot 2 into 32. So console dot write line. Example next. Now tell me, I want to take console dot write line enter name. So now I'll say string name is equal to S name. Student name is equal to console dot read line. Now tell me why it is not asking for S name to convert. So it is not throwing error. Did you observe? అంటే అర్థమైందా? ఇక్కడ కన్వర్షన్ చేశాను. ఇక్కడ కన్వర్షన్ తీసేస్తే ఇట్ విల్ త్రో ఎర్రర్. వై? రిమూవ్ దిస్ అండ్ సీ. It is throwing error. Why? For second one, it is not throwing error. Why? Hmm? Conversion చేశాను. See here. That's what I said. ఇందాక చెప్పేప్పుడు what did I say? Console dot read line is string type. What is my name? Both are string. Is it necessary to convert? అందుకు అది ఎర్రర్ చూపించట్లేదు. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ థ్రోయింగ్ ఎర్రర్ బికాస్ ఆల్రెడీ ఇట్ ఈస్ సేమ్ టైప్. వై టు కన్వర్ట్ సేమ్ నో డిఫరెన్స్. బట్ హియర్ యూ సీ what type of it is string type. What is this? Implicit. So what it is expecting, you explicitly convert it. Otherwise, how will I know that you are converting? That's the reason it is expecting what? Conversion. So ఇక్కడ చూడండి. So if I say, is it mandatory to convert? No need. But if you want, you can convert dot to string and also you can write. Why? What is the purpose of writing convert dot to string also? No string only. Why? No need. That's the reason first I wrote without string type. For your understanding, once again I wrote with what? Convert dot to string so that it is converting to what type? String type. Actually, it is already conversion string type, so no need. అందుకే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ రాస్తాను ఫిక్స్ అయినాను. వై? బికాస్ యూ నీడ్ టు నో. బికాస్ స్ట్రింగ్ టైప్ టు స్ట్రింగ్ టైప్ నో నీడ్. అందుకే మీరు రేపొద్దున నేను ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఎస్ నేమ్స్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఐ నెవర్ కన్వర్ట్. ఫర్ యువర్ సేక్ ఐ రోట్ ఇట్. యాక్చువల్లీ ఐ నాట్ ఈవెన్ రైట్ దట్. బట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద పర్పస్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఈస్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద థర్డ్ వన్? స్టూడెంట్ ఐడి అయిపోయింది, నేమ్ అయిపోయింది, స్టూడెంట్. ఎంటర్ స్టూడెంట్ ఫీ. Now, what is the type I want to take? Double. So double fee, S fee. Now, what is the type of C here? Convert dot to double. Why it is? This is IntelliSense is giving suggestion. Suggestion means what? It is asking to convert dot to double. If it is not saying also, I'll convert to double. Why convert to double only? Now you should have one more question, sir. If I convert to other data type, what is the problem? I am having integer. If I, how can I convert to other data type? If I convert, what it will say, your integer and you are converting to other one. It's a confusion for me because you said here integer and you want to take what? Some other data type. What is the type? Example, you want to convert to 16 into 16 only. It is an integer type. It is not throwing, but in runtime it will throw. What it will throw, What is the size of int short? 2 bytes means what? 5 values it will take. But I passed 10 values. Now what happens? It is convert to 16 I am saying, but here I am saying int SID. Now what happens? It will throw error. What error? Your size is very less. You are passing big size of integer. So what we need to do? As it is integer, it is not throwing an error. Ikkada into the not it is taking and size is less. Actually, you can go for long type. More than this you can go, but you cannot go less. Why? Into to long it long కంటే ఇంకా పెద్ద value what it will take. But short is small value, it will throw error at one time. Okay, you understood, right? What is the purpose of conversion? So if you are converting to different data type, it will three. You see here 2 into 32 అన్నాను. So now what is the type of double? I wrote 2 into 32. When I pass, integer values, double values ఏముంటాయి? Point values ఉంటాయి. 2 into 32 will accept point values. So what it will throw? It will convert, it will say what? Definitely you need to pass to double. డబుల్ అయితే డబుల్. ఎందుకంటే యూ నో దట్ విచ్ వాల్యూ సైజ్ కూడా. ఇప్పుడు షార్ట్ సార్, ఇప్పుడు షార్ట్ అయినా ఇంటే, ఇంటీజర్ అయినా ఇంటే కదా. నేను ఇంటే ఇక్కడ షార్ట్, ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, ఇప్పుడు మీకు బాగా అర్థమవుతుంది. షార్ట్ ఈజ్ వాట్ టైప్? సి ఇక్కడ చూడండి, షార్ట్ ఈజ్ సైజ్ ఇస్ వెరీ స్మాల్. ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ హిమ్ టు కన్వర్ట్ టు బిగ్ నంబర్. నో ఇట్ ఈస్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్. ఇందాక ఇంటికి ఎందుకు రాలేదు సార్ అంటే, ఇంటి సైజ్ పెద్దది, దానికన్నా చిన్న నెంబర్ ఇస్తే తీసుకుంటుంది. అందుకే 216 అన్న ఇట్ విల్ టేక్, బికాస్ 16 is also small. 32 up to 32 it will take. But if you see short is very small, and you are saying to convert to which type? 32 type, which is big number. It is getting confused and it is saying first give range of it. 16 and iste radu. There will not be any problem for 16. So types are very important. So when you are mentioning what type of data you want to pass, you need to mention particular data type. So we passed all the three. Now what we have done is we only entering, but we did not display. How to display? Console, if int a is equal to 100 and console dot write line a. Same way, console dot write line student ID is. What is student ID plus? So the other way is concatenation. Concatenation means plus or else placeholder. Student name is, what is student name plus? Console dot write line. What is the other one? Student fee is plus. Got it? Shall I run this code? Let me run the code. What is SID? So 101, S name, any name, student fee. See, student that is 101, number fee is 25,000. What did you understand with this program? If you want to place a breakpoint, now you will understand clearly. So directly when you write, you got it. Now you understand clearly by placing a breakpoint. You run the program. So console.write in. What is SID? 0. See, observe add watch. All add watches you keep. What for S, for whom we need to keep means only SID, S name, SP. Why? Those are the things we will enter. So what is SID? 0. What is string? Null. What is number? Once again, the fee double is also number 0. So what is SID? Now it will open one screen. See, now we need to enter SID 111. Now enter it. It will go to that point. See, enter name. What is the name? Once again enter. Once again a pop-up will come. What is the name? Ramesh. Rajesh. Once again, fee. See here. Can you see here? Number SID change it to 111. Name change it to Rajesh. Stay fee we enter? No, still 0. It will change it to add watch. I kept no, so you can see simultaneously. Now it will change. Red color it will come. Means what it will take? Fee is 25,000. So you go and see fee also entered. Bottom you see now 25,000 in red color means on that line. Now I am displaying. Displaying means what? I took the fields, but now I am displaying. So when what is SID? 111. Name Rajesh. Fee 25,000. Here also we can see. But where for end user, where I'll show in the output window. See now you will get an output. Got it? Make a note of this. So I after conversion, I took this example so that you will understand. So next we will go for boxing unboxing, which is very important for interview point of view. Typecasting is also interview point of view. Data types are also interview point of view. when I come on this code. So, whatever we have seen on data type conversion, data type we have seen. Now we will discuss one important of called boxing and unboxing. So, where we are going to use them. So, as we did not, I did not explain about reference type, but I'll say what is reference. Reference are nothing but object types. So, converting value types to reference type is called boxing. We call. So, reference type means what object type? OBJ is called object. So I'll just give one example. So in future we will discuss about objects, but just I'll write one example so that you will understand what is object also. So till now we were writing under main method, right? So instead of writing under main method, example you took one console dot write line. You want to say hello world. Okay. Now when you write this and when you execute this, what is the output you are going to get? Hello world. So once when you execute, the output is hello world. But I want to say what you know. So I want to add two numbers, int a, comma b, comma c. Now you know very well, a is equal to 10, b equal to 20, c is equal to, I want to say a plus b. Okay. Console dot write line, I want to say sum is equal to comma c. So what is the output you are going to get when I run this program? Hello world, sum is 30. Now, how many lines of code I wrote to get 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From here to here, I wrote 5 lines of code to get 30. Right? But what I want is, I want to get this 30 before hello world and after hello world. So total how many lines it becomes? 5 plus 5, so 10 lines of code. And if I want to call one more time after console.writeLine, welcome I said. Here also I want to display. So how many lines it becomes? 15 lines. So here before hello world I want to call, after hello world I want to call, then after welcome message also I want to call. So total 15 lines of code, same code. Now this is not code reusability. So if I write repeated code, so if I want to reuse the code, what we need to do is we need to write everything under classes. So class keyword followed by class name. So default access modifier of class is internal. So class name is my class. So class consists of data. Class is a. So what is class mean? Class consists of data members and member functions. Data members are nothing but variables. Member functions are nothing but methods. So I'll write one method. What is that? Is public. Public is an access modifier. Void is a return type, and add is a method name. So what is that? What this method will do? Addition of two numbers. I want to write. Same code I am writing. Why? Because this is a class, no? Just I want to reutilize the same code. Now, what happened, I took one class. What is class name? My class. What is this method? A class consists of one method called add. Now, what I want to do, first, in order to access this method, we need to create an instance. What is that instance? My class obj is my class obj. My class is a class name. Obj is an instance name is equal to new is the keyword to create reference variables. Now this set is reference variable for object I am creating my class. Now I created a reference. Now what is the method I have? Obj. Under that what is the method object name is obj. Under that how many methods we have? Obj dot what is the method name? Add. So you can call add method before hello world. Now after hello world also you want to call what? Obj dot add. And after this, after welcome also you want to call obj dot and now what happened? We are reusing the code. I wrote 5 lines of code once. 3 places I called just what name? Method name. So what is the advantage of it? Code reusability. So see, dotted is the C sharp consists of object-oriented principles and everything will be in the form of classes and objects. So class, so see here sum is 30, hello world. Sum is 30, welcome. Sum is 30. 3 times I got sum is 30 without writing. I wrote once, but I am able to use the code. So you want to write some other method. So see, hello world also you want to use 4 times. So writing 4 times is difficult. You want to make a method. So remove this and write what? One more method. What is that is public void message display. What this console dot write. So what where you want to display? Here you want to display. So obj dot what is the method name? Display. Second time where you want to display after once again you want to display obj dot and you want to call after here also you want to display obj dot display. Now observe what I am doing. Did I write any code? Console dot write line hello world did I write repeatedly 3 times, 4 times? No. That one line also I made in a method. So 3 times I use that method name. See, sum is 30, hello world. Sum is 30, hello world. Welcome, sum is 30, hello world. So code reusability we have done. So now you came to know what is object. This is called object. In detail we will study, but for boxing, unboxing, reference types I want to say for that sake only I am using these things. Okay. So now let us understand about our concept. So which is nothing but what you know, boxing and unboxing. So first of all, why boxing and unboxing means converting value types to reference type is called what? So if you are converting from one type to another type is called what you know. So example value types means what? Int A, base here value types. Reference type means what? OBJ. So OBJ is called reference type because object are considered reference type. Value type to reference type is called boxing. Reference type to once again value types is called unboxing. So it is an interview point of view question. So let me write. So this is example for classes and object. Now I'll write one example for boxing and unboxing. So I'll write here so that you will understand both class object and as well as reference type. So I want to take int I is equal to what you know 100 I want to take. So what is the value of I means 100, right? So I want to say object. So there is already object, right? So obj, let me write ob so that you will get understand. So you can write any name. It's not mandatory that whatever the name you write, that should be. So here I took obj, there I took ob, object only. Is equal to what I want to do here is I want to explicitly convert to object type of what I. This is called boxing. Why it is called boxing? Because console.writeLine, what I want to say now. So what is the value you are going to get? So try to understand here. What is the value of I here? 100. I said obj. Explicitly convert to what? Object. Now what is the value of obj? What is the I said I explicit conversion. So what is the value came to I value came to what? I value is here. It has come to under object. Now what is the value of object? 100. Now what is this called? Converting value type to reference. What is reference type? Object. So converting value type to reference. Now what is the value of object? Now let us run the code and see. What is the value of object will be? You should get 100 only last. Object value is how much? So converting value type to reference type is called boxing. So what is the other thing? Converting once again value type to reference type to the value type. So what is the thing which we want to do here is int j I want to take. Int j is equal to I want to convert explicitly int of what is the value of obj. Now what is the value of obj? What is the value of obj? 100. I am explicitly converting to integer, explicit conversion. To what is the value of j will be? Console.write value of j. What is the value of j? Will be 100. Why? It is, if you see, I took a value of I value, I took 100. I did not take object value, but I converted I value to object. So what is the value of object? 100. So while converting value type to reference type. Now what is the value of object? Converting object type to reference type. Converting process of converting from reference type to object value type. What is my reference type? Object. Converting to what? Value type. What is value type? Integer. Converting to j. What is the value of j will be? 100. Here we did not take any value of j at all. Value of j is how much? So what did you understand? Converting from value type to reference type. Once again, reference type to value type. Value type to reference, boxing. Reference type to value type, unboxing. Okay. So like, make a note of it. Sorry. Oh, is it okay? Till here. Longest session because